Yeah, nice rally here. Dow still up about 692 points. Real estate stocks, anywhere real estate, Zillow, Redfin, they are all in the green at the moment, all on the move, even though existing home sales actually in May fell to their lowest level since June of 2020. According to the National Association of Realtors, sales were down 3.4% month over month, making it the fourth month in a row to see a decline. Home buyers still rocked by sky-high price tags that feel like they continue to rise. I mean, look at this. The median existing home is now costing, and this was the most recent number, May, it hit a new record high of $407,600. That's a 16.3% year-over-year increase. However, with high prices and climbing mortgage rates, is the red-hot housing market starting to show a few cracks in the foundation? One of the most well-recognized names in real estate is here in a Fox Business exclusive. RE/MAX has more than 140,000 agents, 9,000 offices in 110 countries and territories. So RE/MAX President and CEO Nick Bailey knows exactly what's going on the ground. Nick, great to have you here. The existing home sale number, yes, fourth month in a row. We know inventory is very thin. So how can people buy when inventory is thin? But I don't know, it feels different this time.
Well, Liz, thanks for having me. And you're right, there are dynamics that have been changing in this market, but look, they have in the last couple of years. We've had 123 consecutive months of a run-up in this business. And so the changes that we're starting to see and talk about are the reality of this market returning more to an equilibrium. I mean, let's face it, buyers, and they know it really well in the last couple of years, they have not been in the driver's seat. They've been competing against other buyers. Markets or properties have been flying off the shelf in a matter of minutes and hours, and they still continue to do so. Demand is very high, and sellers have been driving the market. I think what we're going to start seeing is buyers may not be returning to the driver's seat, but certainly may get in the front seat here soon.
Where? Regionally, we know that real estate is all local, right? So talk to me about which areas you're starting to see a few fissures on the map.
Well, we see the coastlines generally start. California always seems to lead the way, as the West has. The West, over the last couple of years, they led the industry with double-digit price appreciation, the most number of transactions. And so we're starting to see some of the dynamics of inventory levels starting to increase, which is good for buyers. We're starting to see those happen in the West first. In the West. But specifically how much, and how much do you attribute that sort of retracement to climbing mortgage rates? Because that is certainly going to put a damper on activity. We do have the 30-year fixed averaging 5.78%. That's a 51% year-over-year climb. So tell me exactly how and what kind of role higher mortgage rates play in cooling off this market. Yeah, here's the one thing that we have to look at, that the rise in mortgage rates will likely offset the price increases that have been at record levels. But right now, it seems like we're only talking and comparing the 30-year fixed rate. We've got to keep in mind that there are alternative mortgage options out there. And so I believe that we're going to see the adjustable rate mortgage, the 5/1, 7/1 ARM loans that are more favorable on rates. They'll help people with affordability in a time of rising rates. And I do believe we're going to start to see some of those products be at the forefront, not just the 30-year fixed rate. Where are the highest prices right now? Highest prices are in, out of the RE/MAX housing report, we analyze on a monthly basis 51 metro areas. And certainly LA is leading the charge. But you look at areas in Utah, Salt Lake City, Coeur d'Alene, Boise, Idaho, they led last year in over 24% price appreciation. And so those areas that likely had the highest increase in price appreciation will likely cool at a faster rate as well. And tell me, Nick, what is the number right now? And this is a key number in real estate, the average days that a house is on the market before it is sold or snapped up. Well, that's what's crazy right now. Demand remains so high. We are estimating around 4 million homes that we're short. And so right now, days on market is 16 days. It came down 1 day from April, which was 17, but a year ago it was 17. And so the reality is we really haven't had an inventory problem per se, because we still last year sold over 6 million homes. We've had a days on market problem for buyers, which stuff is flying off the shelf. So a couple of things are going to happen. We're going to have to see inventory levels increase. We're going to have to see days on market increase before we see prices stopping to rise.
Well, I don't think we're going to see inventory rise until the home builders build more homes and people start selling their homes, and who knows, maybe going into renting. It's a very weird market right now, but quite historic, I'm sure. Nick, thank you.
Great to be with you. Thanks, Liz.